Welcome to Cute FasTrack Series, ASME VIII Div.1, Rules for Construction of Pressure Vessels.
In this lecture, we will discuss preheating, heat treatment, and PWHT determination as per the following referenced code paragraph. Non-mandatory Appendix are preheating. Introduction. Preheating may be employed during welding to assist in completion of the welded joint. The need for and temperature of preheat are dependent on a number of factors, such as the chemical analysis, degree of restraint of the parts being joined, elevated physical properties, and heavy thicknesses. Mandatory rules for preheating are, therefore, not given in ASME VIII Div.1, except as required in the general notes that provide for exemptions to post-weld heat treatment, in tables UCS 56.1 through UCS 56.11, and tables UHA 32.1 through UHA 32.7. Some practices used for preheating are mentioned on Non-Mandatory Appendix R, as a general guide for the materials listed by P numbers in Section 9. The procedure specification for the material being welded specifies the minimum preheating requirements, under Section 9 Weld Procedure Qualification Requirements. The heat of welding may assist in maintaining preheat temperatures after the start of welding, and for inspection purposes, temperature checks can be made near the weld. Normally, when materials of two different P number groups are joined by welding, the preheat used will be that of the material with the higher preheat specified on the procedure specification. The minimum preheat temperatures for materials of various P number 1 through P number 15E as per non-mandatory appendix are preheating. Example 1. What is the recommended minimum preheating temperature in the construction of a new pressure vessel made from P number 1 Group 3 material that has a nominal thickness of 1.75 inches and carbon content of 0.35%? Solution example 1. As per R1A, 175 degrees Fahrenheit for material which has both a specified maximum carbon content in excess of 0.30% and a thickness at the joint in excess of 1 inch. So, the answer is B, 175 degrees Fahrenheit. Example 2. What is the recommended minimum preheating temperature in the construction of a new pressure vessel made from P number 9B Group number 1 material that has a nominal thickness of 0.5 inch? Solution example 2. As per R8, P number 9 groups 300 degrees Fahrenheit for P No. 9B Group number 1 materials. So, the answer is D, 300 degrees Fahrenheit. UG85 heat treatment. When plate specification heat treatments are not performed by the material manufacturer, they shall be performed by, or be under the control of, the manufacturer, who shall then place the letter T following the letter G in the mill plate marking, to indicate that the heat treatments required by the material specification have been performed. The manufacturer shall also document in accordance with UG 93B that the specified heat treatment has been performed. UCS 85, UHT 5E, and UHT 81 provide requirements for heat treatment of test specimens. UW10 Post-weld heat treatment, PWHT. Pressure vessels and pressure vessel parts shall be post-weld heat treated as prescribed in UW40, when post-weld heat treatment is required in the applicable part of subsection C. UW40 Procedures for post-weld heat treatment. UW40A PWHT soak band. As a minimum, the soak band shall contain the weld, heat-affected zone, and a portion of base metal adjacent to the weld being heat-treated. The minimum width of soak band is the widest width of weld plus 1T or 2 inch, whichever is less, on each side or end of the weld, as illustrated in the below figure. Please note that the term T equals the nominal thickness of the weld at the point of attachment, as per UW40, F. Example: what is the total minimum width of a PWHT soak band in the construction of a new pressure vessel that has a nominal thickness of 1 inch, a maximum weld width of 0.5 inch, and made from P5A material? Solution: the given information. Nominal thickness equals 1 inch, maximum weld width equals 0.5 inch task. Minimum width of PWHT soak band. Solution: the minimum width of soak band is the widest width of weld plus 1T or 2 inches, whichever is less, on each side or end of the weld. So, the answer is B, 2.5 inch. UW40A1 PWHT vessel as a whole, heating the vessel as a whole in an enclosed furnace. This procedure is preferable and should be used whenever practicable. UW40A2 PWHT with multiple heats, heating the vessel in more than one heat in a furnace, provided the overlap of the heated sections of the vessel is at least 5 feet. When this procedure is used, the portion outside of the furnace shall be shielded so that the temperature gradient is not harmful. UW40F The term nominal thickness. The term nominal thickness is used in tables UCS 56.1 through UCS 56.11, UCS 56.1, UHA 32.1 through UHA 32.7, and UHT 56, is the thickness of the welded joint as defined below. UW40F 1. When the welded joint connects parts of the same thickness, using a full penetration butt weld, the nominal thickness is the total depth of the weld exclusive of any permitted weld reinforcement. UW40F 2. For groove welds, The nominal thickness is the depth of the groove. UW40F3. For fillet welds, the nominal thickness is the throat dimension. If a fillet weld is used in conjunction with a groove weld, the nominal thickness is the depth of the groove, or the throat dimension, whichever is greater. UW40F5A. When a welded joint connects parts of unequal thicknesses, the nominal thickness is the thinner of two adjacent but welded parts including head-to-shell connections. UW40F6. For repairs, the nominal thickness is the depth of the repair weld. UCS 56. Requirements for PWHT. As per UCS 56 D.1, the temperature of the furnace shall not exceed 800 degrees Fahrenheit at the time the vessel or part is placed in it. Rate of heating shall be not more than 400 degrees Fahrenheit per hour, divided by the maximum metal thickness of the shell or head plate in inches, but in no case more than 400 degrees Fahrenheit per hour. As per UCS 56 D.3, during the holding period, there shall not be a greater difference than 150 degrees Fahrenheit between the highest and lowest temperature throughout the portion of the vessel being heated. As per UCS 56 D.5, rate cooling shall be not greater than 500 degrees Fahrenheit per hour, divided by the maximum metal thickness of the shell or head plate in inches, but in no case more than 500 degrees Fahrenheit per hour. From 800 degrees Fahrenheit vessel may be cooled in still air. As per EndNote 76, the rates of heating and cooling need not be less than 100 degrees Fahrenheit per hour. During the heating period, there shall not be a greater variation in temperature throughout the portion of the vessel being heated than 250 degrees Fahrenheit, within any 15 feet interval, as illustrated in the figure below. Example 1. What is the maximum PWHT rate of heating, above 800 degrees Fahrenheit, when using the furnace heat treatment method and the maximum metal thickness is 2 inches? Solution Example 1. The given information. Maximum metal thickness equals 2 inches. Task. Maximum PWHT rate of heating. Solution. As per UCS 56 D.2, rate of heating shall be not more than 400 degrees Fahrenheit per hour divided by the maximum metal thickness of the shell, or head plate in inches, but in no case more than 400 degrees Fahrenheit per hour. Rate of heating equals 400 divided by 2 inches equals 200 degrees Fahrenheit per hour. So, the answer is B, 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Example 2. What is the PWHT rate of cooling, above 800 F, when using the furnace heat treatment method, and the maximum metal thickness is 1.25 inches. Solution example 2. The given information. Maximum metal thickness equals 1.25 inches. Task. PWHT rate of cooling. Solution. As per UCS 56 D5, rate cooling shall be not greater than 500 degrees Fahrenheit per hour, divided by the maximum metal thickness of the shell or head plate in inches, but in no case more than 500 degrees Fahrenheit per hour. Rate of cooling equals 500, 1.25 equals 400 degrees Fahrenheit per hour. So, the answer is D, 400 degrees Fahrenheit per hour. UCS 56 and UHA 32. Requirements for PWHT. Table UCS 56-1 through UCS 56-11. PWHT requirements for carbon and low alloy steels include P number 1, 3, 4, 5A, 5B, and 5C, 9A, 9B, 10A, 10B, 10C, and 15E. Table UCS 56.1. Alternative post-weld heat treatment requirements for carbon and low alloy steels. Table UHA 32.1 through UHA 32.7. Requirements for high alloy steels include P numbers 6, 7-8, 10H, 10I, 10K, and 45. Table UCS 56.1. Post-weld heat treatment requirements for carbon and low alloy steels, P number 1. As an example, how determine post-weld heat treatment. To determine minimum normal holding temperature and minimum holding time. You must know nominal thickness per UW40F, and material P number and group number. We will discuss the PWHT for nominal thickness 1/16 to 2 inches. Minimum holding time is 1 hour, inch. 15 minutes minimum.
Minimum holding time. At normal temperature for nominal thickness 1/16 to 1/4 inch is 15 minutes.
Minimum holding time. At normal temperature for nominal thickness 1/2 inch is 30 minutes. Minimum holding time. At normal temperature for nominal thickness 3/4 inch is 45 minutes. Minimum holding time. At normal temperature for nominal thickness 1 inch is 1 hour. Minimum holding time. At normal temperature for nominal thickness over 1 1/4 inches if no preheat applied, is 1 hour. 15 minutes. Minimum holding time. At normal temperature for nominal thickness 1 1/2 inches if no preheat applied, is 1 hour. 30 minutes. Minimum holding time. At normal temperature for nominal thickness 1 3/4 inches, is 1 hour. 45 minutes. Minimum holding time. At normal temperature for nominal thickness 2 inches, is 2 hour. Per General Notes B1, post-weld heat treatment is mandatory for welded joints over 1.5 inches nominal thickness. Per UW2A. When vessels are to contain lethal and fabricated of carbon or low alloy steel, such vessels shall be PWHT per table UCS 56, unless otherwise exempted by General Note B3 of Table UCS 56-1. Per General Notes B2, post-weld heat treatment is mandatory for welded joints over 1 1/4 inches nominal thickness through 1.5 inches nominal thickness, unless preheat is applied at a minimum temperature of 200 degrees Fahrenheit during welding. Over 2 inches to 5 inches, the PWHT is held for 2 hours for the first 2 inches of thickness, with an additional 15 minutes per inch over 2 inches. Let's look at a graphic of this thickness range. Minimum holding time at normal temperature for nominal thickness of 2 inches is 2 hours. Minimum holding time at normal temperature for nominal thickness of 3 inches is 2 hours. 15 minutes. Minimum holding time at normal temperature for nominal thickness of 4 inches is 2 hours. 30 minutes. Minimum holding time at normal temperature for nominal thickness of 5 inches is 2 hours. 45 minutes. Example 1. A vessel is manufactured of SA 516 grade 70 material. What is the required PWHT holding temperature and minimum holding time at normal temperature for nominal thickness of 6 inches? Solution example 1. The given information. SA 516 grade 70 material. Nominal thickness equals 6 inches. Task. Determine the PWHT holding temperature and minimum holding time. From Table QWQB 422, ASME Section 9 at SA 516 grade 70 material, P. Number 1 Group Number 2. From Table UCS 56-1, for P number 1 at nominal thickness of 6 inches. PWHT holding temperature equals 1100 degrees Fahrenheit. Minimum holding time at normal temperature for nominal thickness of 6 inches equals 2 hours. Plus 4 times 15 minutes equals 3 hours. So, the answer is C, 1100 degrees Fahrenheit for 3 hours. Example 2. A vessel is manufactured of SA 335 grade P22 material. What is the required PWHT holding temperature and minimum holding time at normal temperature for nominal thickness of 6 inches? Solution example 2. The given information. SA 335 grade P22 material. Nominal thickness equals 6 inches. Task. PWHT holding temperature and minimum holding time. Solution. From Table QWQB 422, ASME Section 9 at SA 335 grade P22 material, P. Number 5A Group Number 1. From Table UCS 56-4. P number 5 at nominal thickness of 6 inches. PWHT holding temperature equals 1250 degrees Fahrenheit. Minimum holding time at normal temperature for nominal thickness of 6 inches equals 5 hour. Plus 1 times 15 minutes equals 5 hour. 15 minutes. So, the answer is D 1250 degrees Fahrenheit for 5 hour. 15 minutes. Example 3. A vessel is manufactured of dissimilar materials, P number 1 and P number 5A. What is the required PWHT holding temperature and minimum holding time at normal temperature for nominal thickness of 6 inches? Solution Example 3. As per UCS 56C, when pressure parts of two different P number groups are joined by welding, engineering judgment shall be applied when selecting the post-weld heat treatment temperature and holding time to produce material properties suitable for the intended service. So, the answer is D. Engineering judgment shall be applied. Table UCS 56.1. Alternative post-weld heat treatment requirements for carbon and low alloy steels. Table UCS 56.1 presents alternative lower temperatures with corresponding longer times at temperature. Notes. 1. Minimum holding time for 1 inch thickness or less. Add 15 minutes per inch of thickness for thicknesses greater than 1 inch. As per Note 2. Heat treatment temperatures of 150 degrees Fahrenheit or 200 degrees Fahrenheit, lower than permitted in Tables UCS 56, are only permitted for P number 1 Group number 1 and 2 materials. Example 1. Pressure vessel is made of 4 inches thick P number 1 Group number 2 material. Enclosed in the vessel is an aluminum heat exchanger that cannot be heated over 1000 degrees Fahrenheit. It is permissible to perform the PWHT at 950 degrees Fahrenheit for Solution Example 1. The given information. P number 1 Group number 2 material. Thickness equals 4 inches. Task. The minimum PWHT holding time. Solution. The minimum holding temperature in Table USC 56-1 is 1100 degrees Fahrenheit. Then the adjusted holding time equals 150 degrees Fahrenheit. From Table UCS 56.1. Minimum holding time for degrease of 150 degrees Fahrenheit equals 10 hours plus 15 minutes for each 1 inch equals 11 hours. So, the answer is C, 11 hours. Example 2. If PWHT will be reduced by 150 degrees Fahrenheit. What is the minimum PWHT holding time for 4 inches thick nozzle attached to a pressure vessel made from material P number 1 Group 3? Solution example 2. As per note 2, these lower post-weld heat treatment temperatures, permitted only for P number 1 group number 1 and 2 materials. So the answer is the lower PWHT is not permitted. UCS 56E PWHT repaired area, except as permitted in UCS 56F. Repair to vessels that have been PWHT require the repaired area to be PWHT after welded repairs have been made. UCS 56F. The exemptions reheat treatment repaired area. The exemptions reheat treatment repaired area as the following. P number 1 group numbers 1, 2, and 3 materials. P number 3 group numbers 1, 2, and 3 materials. And the weld metals used to join the above materials. Provided the repair is made before the final hydrostatic test. Provided that PWHT is not required as a service requirement per UW2A or UCS 68. The exemptions in tables UCS 56.1 through UCS 56.11 to be applied. The welded repairs shall meet the requirements of UCS 56F1 through UCS 56F6. Review questions. Question number 1. When it is necessary to post-weld heat treat a vessel in more than one heat due to length, which of the following is the minimum overlap of the heated section?
Answer is C.
Question number 2. What is the total minimum width of PWHT soak band in the construction of a new pressure vessel that has a nominal thickness of 0.625 inch, a maximum weld width of 1.0 inch, and made from P number 5A material?
Answer is B.
Question number 3. A section of vessel is being manufactured with SA 516 grade 70 material that has thickness of 2.75 inches. The minimum post-weld heat treatment holding time is.
Answer is B.
Question number 4. PWHT will be performed on a pressure vessel constructed of P number 1, group 2, material with a nominal thickness of 4 inches. What is the minimum holding time at temperature?
Answer is C.
Question number 5. When fabricating a pressure vessel of P number 1 materials, with a nominal thickness of 1.5 inches, post-weld heat treatment is required unless.
Answer is A.
Question number 6. Shell corroded material SA 302 grade A, P number 3 need to be repaired by overlay cladding. What is the maximum thickness can be repaired without post-weld heat treatment?
Answer is C.
Question number 7. When performing PWHT of a pressure vessel using the furnace method, what is the maximum temperature permitted at the time the work is placed in the furnace?
Answer is D.
Question number 8. What is the maximum PWHT rate of heating, above 800 degrees Fahrenheit, when using the furnace heat treatment method under the following conditions, and the maximum metal thickness is 1 inch?
Answer is B.
Question number 9. Pressure vessel is made of 4 inches thick SA 516 grade 70 P number 1 material. Enclosed in the vessel is an aluminum heat exchanger that cannot be heated over 1050 degrees Fahrenheit. It is permissible to perform the post-weld heat treatment at 1000 degrees Fahrenheit for.
Answer is D.
Question number 10. When heat treatment is performed on pressure vessel, PWHT temperature measurement is determined by.
Answer is C.
Question number 11. What is the nominal thickness to be used in table UCS 56, when joining 1.5 inches and 1 inch thick material by a full penetration butt weld?
Answer is A.
Question number 12. During your review of PWHT procedure for a pressure vessel, what value of nominal thickness is applied to a welded joint, where a fillet weld is used in conjunction with a groove weld?
Answer is C.
Question number 13. When plate specification heat treatments are not performed by the material manufacturer, they shall be performed by, or be under the control of the pressure vessel manufacturer who shall.
Answer is B. This lecture is prepared by Samir Saad, and this is his profile.